This is where technology meets reality. It's the real-world proving ground for performance and fuel economy, the roads and highways of North America, and it's where questions are answered. Recently, Ryder and Cummins conducted a rigorous comparison of the fuel efficiency of different engines, a head-to-head fuel economy challenge.
The purpose of this test is twofold. One is to do some validation of tests, fuel economy tests between CAT, Cummins, and Detroit engines. Due to the 1999 emissions, our customers are asking us, what's changed in the engines? What's the best engine to run for fuel economy? What's the best engine to use for performance? We're here today to test these engines on a head-to-head comparison to see which one gives us the best performance and the best fuel economy in a head-to-head comparison.
The Ryder test compared a Cummins N14400 Smart Torque 2 versus a Caterpillar 3406-375 Multi-Torque and a Detroit Diesel 370 Cruise Power. Each engine powered identical Freightliner FLD 120 tractors, each with identical drivetrain components and featuring a 10-speed overdrive transmission and a 3.58 rear axle ratio. And to provide an additional comparison, a fourth Freightliner FLD 120 Super Spec tractor was tested. This tractor was powered by a Cummins N14400 Smart Torque 2 engine and outfitted with a 10-speed direct transmission with a 2.64 axle ratio.
The importance for our customers, is that the cost to operate the vehicles. Fuel is one of the major costs for the customer in operating the vehicles. Although Ryder really doesn't get involved much in the operation of the fuel or purchasing of the fuel, it is a very substantial cost of our customers, and we want to help our customers get the best fuel economy they can, making sure they're getting the right specs, the right engines, and the right drivetrain components to achieve that best fuel economy.
In this test, each vehicle was configured exactly the same tractor, the same trailers, the same gross combined weight of 80,000 pounds, the same tires and inflation pressures, and the same axle alignment. Each vehicle was given a 4,000-mile break-in period. Tires were rolled out and speedometers calibrated to ensure equivalent vehicle speeds. All fluid levels in each engine, transmission, and axle were checked and maintained at appropriate levels. And the braking and alignment system was thoroughly inspected to ensure that there were no leaks or dragging conditions. In short, the vehicles were virtually identical. The only differences were the engines themselves. Ryder and Cummins conducted an SAE Type 3 fuel efficiency test. The SAE Type 3 procedure was originally developed to compare fuel efficiency between vehicles. However, in order to more accurately define differences in the engine's fuel economy, a few modifications were incorporated that enabled even greater precision in the comparison. For instance, in order to minimize differences that might be due to idle time and other driver influences, each tractor was equipped with an 18-gallon tank that was filled and weighed before each run. And a special valve assembly was installed on each tractor that could automatically switch fueling from the tractor's saddle tanks to the specially designed test tanks at precisely the same route location. This allowed the drivers to leave the staging area, accelerate to identical cruise speeds, and engage cruise control. Then, when the truck passed the start marker, the test tank was engaged. The trucks then traveled the 52-mile test route. The route provided a true, real-world duty cycle including flat stretches, rolling hills, and moderate grades. The trucks traveled within 30 seconds of each other, so each experienced the same prevailing winds and ambient temperature conditions. At the end of each run, the fuel test tanks were weighed with certified scales. Measuring the fuel by weight provided the highest level of accuracy by eliminating differences that might be due to temperature changes in the fuel over the test route. In accordance with SAE test procedures, the trucks ran the course until 3 segments were compiled within SAE specifications in terms of fuel consumed and elapsed time. In fact, to ensure an even higher degree of accuracy, the requirements for an acceptable segment were actually more stringent than those required for a typical SAE Type 3 test. Once a segment was completed, the driver-trailer combinations and the tractors were switched, and the test was repeated. Altogether, 27 runs were completed covering over 5,600 miles. And once the data was compiled, the results were clear. The Cummins N14 400 Smart Torque 2 delivered fuel efficiency that was 1.7% better than the Detroit Diesel 370 Cruise Power engine and 3.4% better than the Caterpillar 375 Multi-Torque engine. And for the N14 Super Spec outfitted with a 10-speed direct transmission with 2.64 rear axles, the results were even more dramatic, posting an impressive 7.8% advantage compared to the Detroit Diesel 370 Cruise Power, and a 9.7% advantage versus the Caterpillar 375 Multi-Torque.
Cummins has put it all on the line, putting their engines against the Cat, the Detroit's engines of the world, and showing us exactly where their engine is. And it shows real courage, leadership, and vision for the future.
The Ryder fuel efficiency test answered a lot of questions. It put 3 engines on the line, head-to-head, in real-world driving conditions, and the answer was clear in terms of fuel-efficient operation and on-road performance. There was only one winner: the Cummins N14, best in its class and the best choice to go the distance.